Blazing Vortex is literally 2 days away, and OTS stores get it tomorrow. So today we're going to be talking about the things that I would be looking at picking up from this set. All jokes aside, there is potential to be had in this set, alright? Looking at you, Warrock players. So make sure you guys subscribe. So you guys, come on, alright? You guys love the content. So this is what I would be picking up from Blazing Vortex, shall we? Alright, so number one on our list here is going to be Security Force. Now, this is if prices continue to drop. Now, I said this in a previous video that I think that S-Force has a lot of freaking cool potential. They have double searchers in the deck, and, well, they even have a quick effect, discard one, or remove one from play to special summon one from the deck during the opponent's turn. That's actually really cool. Downside is it gets gamut, it gets ashed. You just have a really bad time. But this deck looks like Konami left it very open-ended for future support. And when you have, what, 3 potential searchers in a deck, you have to ask yourself, is original printing going to be worth it? And if we see those field spells touch that $5 mark, we see some of the other cards go down a lot more too. I think I was looking at it this morning, and I think I saw field spells that were like $7. I was like, all right, we're getting places here. Other secret rare I saw was about 8. Still a little bit high, but once general circulation starts to take hold, and you're suddenly like, oh, S-Force is about $40. Well, Papa Robbie said we should probably pay attention to that, and we'll see where it goes. So S-Force, not quite on the competitive spectrum here. But, with that being said, though, there is potential to be made in this set. So, it all comes down to you guys. Do you want to, can you hold $40 for a potential Secret Rare First Edition lot for a year and possibly see it get some new support somewhere along the way and suddenly see it explode? Or worst case, you lose like $5-10 on your investment. It's those kind of risks that you got to pay attention for in the metagame, especially when it comes to a set like Blazing Vortex, where, well, not everything is great. So it means things will go up higher over time. Number 2 on our list here is Warrock Mountain. And you're already like, no, I'm out, Robbie. I don't even want to hear it. All right, listen here. You guys remember Plunder Patrol? All right. You know what recently has been happening with Plunder Patrol? The OCG got their hands on the stuff now, and we start seeing new support coming. You look at Warrocks, they're on their first round of support. Everybody else over here is like, oh, Warrocks are terrible. I wouldn't touch them with a 20-foot pole. I saw field spells touch the $7 mark. Now, if field spells touch that $5 mark, I'm going to ask you this question. Is it worth it? I think so. From an investment standpoint in this game, we're on the first wave of support. They announced the second wave is coming. Unlike mutants, alright, unlike mutants, don't worry, we'll get something exclusive that'll make the deck better over time. So, we're on the first wave of support. We got the Searcher. As is tradition, we'll get the second wave of support. It's probably going to be Bleh. Then the OCG will import Warrocks later on in the year. Link 1? Link 1. I look at Warrocks, and I see that this deck has potential. Alright, but not in the way that people think it's going to. So for those of you that want to laugh and go, he just wants us to spend pointless money. He's got 1,000 cases of Warrock stuff coming. I don't have any cases of Blazing coming. Alright, I'm buying singles from this set. Alright, the only thing I'm doing is making you guys aware that OCG trends will probably dictate that Warrocks will get something busted along the way. So, didn't we just get a really good card for Plunder Patrol in Lightning Overdrive? But it was a TCG exclusive archetype. I'm just saying. Mark my words. It's either going to flop or it's going to bust. Well, that's. I'm leaning towards the passing side here for Warrock Mountain. So, get them while they're $5, because all of a sudden, imagine if they're 20. Everybody's like, I'll be like, I told you. All right. I'm one of the few people that supported it at the beginning of the day. Next up is going to be Miradora. And I was a little bit on the fence about recommending Miradora because honestly I probably would have put Probably would have put Kit here. But Miradora is the new hand trap that has the really cool ability of, what is it? Okay, the activation effect of this card cannot be negated. So automatically out of the gate, you have an effect that your opponent can't do anything about. If your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack from the extra deck, except during damage step, you special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special from the hand, you can target one face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Neither player can activate that monster effect while this monster is face-up on the field. We have a monster that can special summon itself from the hand and negate something. Technically, it's another effect failure. Downside is it's got 2,000 attack. It's got 2,600 defense. I guess that's a trade-off, but it doesn't stop, like, combo starters. I think when Konami designed this card, they were like, alright, it's alright. I've seen this card see play it once in the OCG. It could be alpha all over again. But I'm already seeing these cards. We're still, like 1 day left on pre-sales here, and they're already down to about $20. So when you start seeing this card blow itself out on the bottom end, go get your first edition copies. It's amazing how much a first edition stamp matters on a card. And if this card potentially has value later on in its life, congratulations. You literally won the lottery. Alright? If Miradora touches $10, expect people to go, oh, this doesn't make sense. This card's too cheap. I need to buy this. Alright? There will be triggered buyouts along the way for this card because of its price tag bottoming out so much. This reminds me of Ice Dragon's Prison. You remember when those were $3? I remember. OCG told us that they were going to be good. You guys remember winning on that one, right? Next up is going to be the Underworld Goddess of thy enclosed world. Now, you would think for a Link 5 and how much I crapped on this card that I shouldn't be talking about this. Being like, the card's pretty good. So, we've basically confirmed at this point in time, I've said this 3 videos now, and people are still like, they said that? IP Masquerena works with the card. I don't care what your mom's boss who you think told you that it doesn't work. It works. Alright? It's basically residing card text. Alright? IP says use your cards. Miss Underworld says that you can use your opponent's cards. Alright, well, OCG said we can do it. We can do it. At this point in time, the card is very hit or miss in certain situations. It is another resource that decks will be able to use. Is it worth the $40 price tag right now? Absolutely not. The purpose of this video is going, hey, when these card prices drop, I might not be able to make a video. Alright, I gotta put the notion in your heads like, they were $23 on pre-sale. Alright, and it was a beautiful time. Alright, I watched a lot of people get their orders in. A lot of people were very happy with getting the Underworld Goddesses at $24. A few people got their order canceled for different sources. It happens. You can't trust everything that happens on the internet. But with that being said, this card is cool if you have room in the extra deck and you're playing IP Masquerena to further mess up your opponent. Outside of that, some pretty cool potential. All right, smile with me. All right, it's a cool card. By the way, where's the Starlight of it? You know, Konami, you messed up. You know we wanted the Starlight of this, and you just didn't give it to us. You gave us Armed Dragon level 10. Alright, the last thing from this set that I'd be paying attention to picking up is Pot of Prosperity. Now, you're like, alright, you've said this like 80 times, Robbie. What's the price point I want to pick this up for? They're down to 87 as of Wednesday morning. And I was like, that's pretty good. Alright? But how much further will the card drop? Is it going to be Lightning Storm levels? Here's the problem with this card. It's the only good card in the set. Underworld Goddess has reached the $45 mark because nobody wants to open up the frickin' set. I think case ratios, from what I heard, it was a small sample size. It was like 2 to 3 per case. Well, numbers aren't shorted anyway on cases anymore. So now you got to ask yourself this. Is it worth it? Does that card really raise the consistency? I actually read a comment from somebody recently that said the card was not worth playing, and I literally laughed at them. I'm like, I don't know what you think you're doing, but when I have a card that lets me dig into my deck to get my combo pieces turn 1, you can bet your butt that players are going to play it. And I'm laughing at players right now that are doubting the potential of this card. Now, if you're playing something like Dragon Link, you need your entire extra deck. Like, every instance of the combo you need. Like, you can't afford it in decks like that. But decks like Zephyra, maybe Hero. I think I'd probably consider it in Hero. Dinosaurs. Alright? Dragon Mates, these Rogue Tier 2 decks. Alright, it's an entry-level card that's going to boost Rogue, and maybe some Drytron. Can you imagine that? Oh, man. Oh, it's also seeing play in Virtual World and Drytron. Ha! The two best decks are going to play it. It's like a one-of in Drytron, because, like, they set it up turn one. Same thing with VW. But consistency enablers are a good thing. So, I'm fine with picking them up at 87. I think the cards are really good. So, but that's what I'd be picking up from Blazing Vortex. Please make sure you guys subscribe down and leave a comment down there. Come on. Tell me what you guys think with this list. Do you guys disagree? And I look forward to reading each and every one of these comments. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.